graduating seniors, as well as their family and friends located in the stands, to please be respectful throughout tonight's program. I'm requesting that you please refrain from blowing horns, screaming out names, or behaving in any other manner that would detract from the significance of this ceremony and prevent others from enjoying this very special event. At this time, I would request that everyone stand as the Elyria High School Band performs our national anthem. All members of the Elyria High School Junior ROTC raise our national colors. Gentlemen, you are reminded to remove your hats during the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Join the Elyria High School Choir in the singing of Elyria High School's alma mater, which can be found on the back page of your program. Please be seated. Good evening and welcome to the 169th Elyria High School Commencement Ceremony, celebrating the graduating class of 2017. My name is Tim Brown, and it is my distinct honor to be the principal of Elyria High School. Please allow me now to introduce some of tonight's guests. To my left, our Superintendent, Dr. Thomas Jama. Board of Education members, Board President, Mr. Gregory Ellick. Board Vice President, Mr. Kevin Brubaker. Board Member, Mr. James Bax. Board Member, Ms. Annie Kerstarfin. Board Member, Mr. Michael Gebhardt. To my right, the Elyria High School Administrative Team, Associate Principal, Mr. Shane Newark. Team 1 Principal, Ms. Elsa Pesani. Team 2 Principal, Mrs. Julie Oka. Team 3 Principal, Mr. Brett Heiberger. Team 4 Principal, Mrs. Jody Johnson. Located on the track representing the Lorain County Joint Vocational School, our principal, Mrs. Joe Petiti, and assistant principal, Mr. Pat Foreman. I would also like to acknowledge all of the teachers, administrators, staff from the Elyria City Schools who are with us tonight. I ask that you please stand and be recognized. I would also like to introduce Ms. Kaylee Bonzio, the director of the Elyria High School Choirs. Mr. Aaron Puka, the director of the Elyria High School Bands. And my administrative assistant, Ms. Patty Steitler. I would also like to introduce Mr. James Wall, the business service director, and thank him with the entire maintenance staff for the countless hours they have spent in making this year's ceremony a success. Finally, I would like to introduce our lead school resource officer, Elyria Police Officer Jay Lesh, and thank him along with the amazing team of officers he assembles to ensure the safety of our students, staff, and community throughout the school day and during school-sponsored events like tonight's ceremony. Thank you, Officer Lesh. Wow, what an amazing time to be a graduating senior from Elyria High School. The class of 2017 will always have the distinction of graduating from high school the same year our wonderful city celebrates its bicentennial. It will also be one of the final classes to have the honor of having its commencement ceremony held in our current Ely Stadium before giving way to our new stadium complex. 169 graduation ceremonies. Just think about that for a minute. We're talking 13 years before the start of the Civil War. If only our community's founding fathers could see us now. There's no doubt in my mind that they would stand and applaud with utter amazement of the astonishing things our children have accomplished. The academic highlights of the graduating class of 2017 include 44 seniors are graduating with a 4.0 grade point average or higher. These students are wearing a gold tassel. This number is approximately 10% of the graduating class. Would these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. 7 seniors took the rigorous challenge of participating and completing the senior project. Would these students please stand to be recognized? 63 seniors are graduating with a 3.75 grade point average or higher and have earned a Scholastic E. These students are wearing a gold stole. Will these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. 17 seniors received their Associates of Arts degree from Lorain County Community College. Would these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. 28 seniors received the Presidential Award for Educational Excellence. Would these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. 38 seniors will receive an honors diploma tonight. Would these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. 67 seniors are members of the National Honor Society. These students are wearing gold cords. Would these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. One senior is a member of the National Technical Honor Society. She is also wearing a purple and white cord. Would Cheyenne Thacker please stand to be recognized? 22 seniors are enlisting into one of the armed forces to serve our great nation. These students are wearing a red, white, and blue cord. Would these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. 239, or 54% of the seniors received a merit roll, honor roll, and or high honor roll throughout the school year. Would these students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. Finally, the class of 2017 has earned over $1.85 million in scholarships. Any student receiving a scholarship, please stand to be recognized. Please be seated. Parents, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for entrusting your child's education with us. You have graciously allowed us to be a part of your family's lives. I'd also like to thank you and all of the voting community of Elyria for your support and passage of Issue 23 that will ensure the children of Elyria City Schools have 21st century learning facilities for generations to come. Thank you again. I'm not quite done bragging about the remarkable things your children have accomplished throughout the year. Their gifts and talents were on full display in so many other ways. Starting with our Elyria Pioneer Marching Band, which hosted its 43rd annual Parade of Bands back in September, participated in the Ohio State University Band Competition, energized the crowd with an amazing Band Appreciation Night in Ely Square just a few days ago, marched in the Memorial Day Parade, and capped off a remarkable year with the debut performance of Elyria's bicentennial song, appropriately titled Pioneer. Our Strings and Orchestra program was selected to perform live at a basketball game for our world champion Cleveland Cavaliers back in November, performed as the pit orchestra for our spring musical Hairspray, has several students earning scholarships to perform as members of the Northern Ohio Youth Orchestra, and is growing so fast with student participation, we're going to need a bigger room at the high school to conduct class. How about our tremendous vocal talent? All our students represented in 5 choral ensembles or groups, highlighted by an a cappella choir that received 3 #1 scores, the highest possible, from the judges at the state choir competition, and our Elyria Madrigals, who were specifically requested to be musical performers for 3 very special community services or tributes this year. Those events included a celebration of life ceremony for Windsor Elementary teacher Mrs. Denise Hess, the memorial service for retired Elyria firefighter Mark Horton, and the burial ceremony for Navy hero, Purple Heart recipient, and 1940 Elyria High graduate Rudolph Victor Perskurin. Would any senior that participated in band, strings, or choir during high school please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. At the top there, we have performance and visual arts. Our students' theatrical skills are on full display in plays and musicals throughout the school year, including Peter and the Starcatcher, and Charlie Brown's Christmas, and Hairspray. 3 seniors were recognized at the Playhouse Square's Dazzle Awards. We also have 17 seniors that are part of the National Thespian Honor Society. Our students' artistic abilities were on full display with numerous awards, including the Elyria Applefest Art Competition, students earning silver and gold keys in the National Scholastic Art Competition, and just wait till you see our float in the annual Duct Tape Parade in June. Would any senior that participated as a cast member, technical crew member, PAC team member, please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. Would any student inducted into the National Thespians Honor Society, nominated for a Dazzle Award, or receiving an art award this year, please stand to be recognized. Please be seated. Our junior ROTC program participated in over 100 events throughout the school year, performing 25 color guards, honoring veterans on Veterans Day, and for the United States Marine Corps' birthday, as well as helping the community honor our veterans at the 9/11 anniversary, National Holocaust Memorial Day, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. The junior ROTC program also competed in 3 high school drill competitions and 24 events, bringing home an impressive collection of awards. In fact, we need a bigger, more prominent showcase to recognize all of their accomplishments. Finally, these students placed over 1,700 flags on our veterans' graves at Brookdale Cemetery this past Saturday. Would our senior and junior ROTC students please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. Our students have the opportunity to participate and compete in 24 interscholastic athletic programs. Every student needs to maintain a 2.0 or higher GPA even to be eligible to participate. I'm proud to say these students represent Elyria High School positively on the playing field or the floor as they do in the school and the classroom. Some of our team highlights include a state runner-up nationally ranked wrestling team with 3 individual state champions, J.T. Brown and Kevin Vo being members of this graduating class, a 3rd place state championship cheerleading squad, our Elyria Vipers winning a state championship in basketball for the 3rd time, a boys basketball team that soundly beat that school to the north to advance to the Sweet 16 in the Division I basketball playoffs, and how about our Lady Pioneer softball team that will be competing in the state softball tournament at Akron's Firestone Stadium tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Go Pioneers! Would any senior that competed as a member of an EHS athletic team while in high school please stand to be recognized? Finally, please be seated. Finally, our students participated in more than 45 school-sponsored clubs and organizations, ranging from student council to link crew to foreign language clubs to an anime club to even a ukulele club, to name a few. More amazingly, these students of these groups have over 10,000 of documented hours of community service. Way to go, students. Would any senior that participated in a club or student organization please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. Finally, we know it doesn't stop at school. If we have any senior that earned their Eagle Scout or their Gold Award as members of the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, would they please stand to be recognized? Please be seated. The accomplishments of the class of 2017 are nothing short of amazing. Please excuse me now as I turn my back to the crowd and directly address the senior class. You guys ready? There's a well-known quote that you've probably seen on posters or billboards, or maybe you've heard it in stories and presentations. It's a quote attributed to the Commencement by renowned activist, leader, and humanitarian Mahatma Gandhi, and it goes like this: "Be the change you wish to see in the world." I will use these words to guide my final message to you tonight. You've spent the past 13 years transitioning through many of life's stages, from the wonder of a child's innocence, to an adolescent's curiosity, to a teenager's rebellious spirit, to finally sitting here tonight, poised with a young adult's ambition to direct your own life's journey. So when and where and how do you start to create the change you wish to see in the world? Only you can determine the answers to those questions, but I believe you've already started. The class of 2017 has demonstrated by its actions, time and time again, that the students of Elyria High School are the gold standard for keeping an open mind, having an open heart, and accepting the differences of others with open arms. Your natural ability to make others feel welcomed, accepted, and at home is the first step in making the positive changes that our world needs now more than ever. As you begin to write the next chapter in your life's journey, you will be challenged to make decisions and choices that aren't easy to make. You'll have your emotional, mental, physical strengths tested time and again. I believe the key to your future happiness will largely be determined by your ability to adapt and change. The important thing in your life as an 18-year-old will start to look a lot different when you're 28, 38, or like me, 48. Don't ever underestimate your ability to adapt, which will help propel you into creating the changes you wish to see in the world. In closing, to the graduating class of 2017, I want to encourage you to continue living your life in a non-judgmental, accepting manner, one that speaks out against injustice and embraces the beautiful qualities of every human being because you are pioneer proud. Always remember that within you lies the ability to adapt and lead to the change you wish to see in the world because you are pioneer strong. And never forget, no matter where life takes you, you will always, always be an Elyria pioneer. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being the person you are. Now I have the pleasure of introducing our superintendent, Dr. Thomas Jama, who will also address the class of 2017.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to Ely Stadium for this celebration of the Elyria High School class of 2017. Let's give them a round, please. Before I address the graduates, I want to thank you, the parents, family members, and supporters of these fascinating young people. And yes, they are fascinating. For you, fellow baby boomers, you're looking at Generation Z, the last babies born in the 1990s. Does that make you feel old? Well, it's going to get worse. Consider this. This generation of kids has never known a phone that didn't have a camera or access to the internet. Their parents, you, have always been on Facebook. They've never had to use a paper map for directions. There's never been a time in their lives that the United States of America hasn't had a military presence in the Middle East. Where we're still fumbling around with programming our TVs, they're programming computers and robotic devices. They are the most technologically savvy humans on Earth. It's all they've ever known. And because of it, they are more connected and socially accessible than any generation before them. They Google, tweet, Facebook, stream, blog, Snapchat, link, post, pin, and everything else that goes along with it. We find our memorable moments in photo albums. They find theirs and thousands of others online. So yes, folks, they are absolutely fascinating. In the swirl of social media and internet connectivity, though it's easy to get lost. And that's what I want to talk to them about today. So please excuse me as I now turn my back to you, the audience, and address these fascinating graduates. Congratulations, graduates. Let me start by saying this. I am so very, very proud of each and every one of you. You heard me call you fascinating, and that you are, in the entire sense of the word. I believe, in fact, you've seen and experienced more in your young lives than most of us in this stadium tonight. Nothing has been hidden from you. You've had unprecedented access to the world's best and the world's worst moments. You've heard of the Great Depression of the 1930s. You've lived your entire life with economists calling the Great Recession, another period of American history characterized by economic woes. Sociologists and other experts who study demographics have said your generation is the least likely to believe in the American dream. I don't believe that. These things you've experienced in your lifetime have left you unsettled and a bit insecure. They say, but you're also scrappy. I love that word. Smarter for it all, and ready to change the world. I absolutely believe that in each and every one of you. As I've said, you're fascinating. What I see in you is strength and goodness and acceptance. Because you have so much access to the world, you see a lot of humanity's warts. But you have kindness in the face of it all, embracing differences and challenging condemnation. I'm going to sum it up with what I see in you by one word, and I live by this word each and every day, that word being positivity. There's other words you can use, charisma, moxie, grit, but let's stick with positivity. I was your principal before I was your superintendent. I walked around the halls of the high school pointing and shouting, "You rock." I haven't changed, but now my audience has. I say the same words now to kids of all ages, from preschool all the way through you, the graduates. You rock. Thumbs up. Let me see that pioneer spirit. The pioneer spirit is alive. In fact, I think your teachers actually took some of my favorite phrases and turned them into t-shirts. There's no getting around it, folks. I'm a hugger. I'm also a fist bumper and a high fiver. I am this way because I believe in the power of positivity. That one word means so much to me, and I want it to mean so much to you. It means being true to your purpose, knowing where you come from, what you believe in, having values and sticking to them despite what's happening around you. In other words, it's being deliberate and unrelenting in the words and actions that you do each and every day. You've already faced great uncertainty. There's plenty more ahead. But don't lose your positivity. You don't have to show it with high fives and fist bumps. Positivity is the indomitable spirit within you. It flows through you and shows itself in your words and actions. And it will guide you throughout your entire life. I'm going to enjoy hearing about all your successes in life. Don't forget to stay true to your roots and to the people who loved and supported you the most throughout your life. Kids, you're absolutely fascinating, and you are bound for wonderful things. Let your positivity shine and go conquer the world, because each and every one of you absolutely rock. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jama, for your strong commitment not only to the Elyria City Schools, but to the entire Elyria community. At this time, I'd like to ask senior members of the a cappella choir to move to the risers. Seniors, once you have finished, please return immediately to your seats.
Okay, bud, I see you, boy.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Carrie Dargo, who will introduce our senior class speaker.
On behalf of the Senior Class Speaker Committee, it is my pleasure to announce this year's Senior Class Speaker, Virginia Bamer.
Hi, as Ms. Dargo just introduced, my name is Ginny Bamer, and I'd like to start with saying it's an honor to be speaking to my fellow classmates and everyone here as the senior class speaker. I'd like to start out by asking everyone to join in a moment of silence for a fellow pioneer, Josh Martin, who passed away before graduation. Thank you. Today we reflect on years of schooling. Many people have been acknowledged today. However, I want to dedicate this speech as a shout out to those who have had to deal with extra challenges throughout their lives. We have gone to school all these years to increase our understanding. Understand why 2 + 2 = 4. Understand what happened in the American Revolution. Understand where semicolons go. Although I think we're all still a little iffy on that last one. But I think we can all agree that this school understanding was not usually the reason that school would be enjoyable. It was the understanding that had to do with the people. Understanding how to be a good friend. Understanding how to deal with people not liking you. Understanding how to master walking past your crush in the hallway. It was the unofficial social education that was the most fun and maybe the most important. When I was younger, I used to think there was a maximum level of difficulty in life. If an extra difficulty came along, then other issues just wouldn't be as big a deal. Not to burst any bubbles, but life doesn't work that way. Challenges just mean you have to deal with that as well as do life. Privilege is not having to deal with as many of these challenges. We all receive the same degrees today. However, the degree of privilege among us is extremely varied. Some of you have had to work a lot harder for the same degree because life doesn't stop. Some have dealt with discrimination because of their race, gender, sexual orientation, appearance, age, intelligence. Others have dealt with invisible challenges like tragedies, pregnancies, family issues, eating disorders, addiction, violence, money problems, health complications. Some of you have worked jobs while in school, or had to buy your own food, or worry if you had a place to sleep. And on top of this, you still had to worry about the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell. Let me ask, how many of you have had an extra challenging high school career? Looking at me, you wouldn't know I have dealt with an autoimmune disease the past 4 years, am still on chemotherapy drugs, and questioned whether I could handle college, not because of my abilities, but because of an illness I will have the rest of my life. However, I feel it's important for me to be vulnerable, despite the fear that goes along with it. I have learned a lot from what I've gone through, and that may help others going through similar difficulties. Although thinking about all of this may sound depressing, there's a lot to learn from our experiences. Struggles make us all better people. It forces us to think, because when your life is turned on its head, you think about things differently. I know this because I have lived this. You learn about yourself because you need to think about yourself more. Yes, growth happens during the easy times, but growth is forced to happen during the hard times. You know firsthand the frustration, just how lonely it is to not be able to relate to others about your issues. And you can learn this to relate to other people. And though you may not be able to relate directly to someone's problem, you can relate to the feeling. No one can take that experience and connection away from you. You gain the ability to connect to other people. And it's helpful to understand that everyone's difficulties are relative to themselves. Some of you may not think your difficulties have been particularly hard, but they're challenges nonetheless. If your best friend's mom has cancer, you're still allowed to feel bad about your breakup. It's not the comparison that's helpful. It's the ability to honestly see your own difficulties that enables you to empathetically see others. Too often we compare, and that helps no one. No matter what size difficulty, we can all, graduates and guests together, use these experiences to understand each other. Pioneer Strong is about the strength of the connections made in the community, not the strength of one individual person. And as much as we like to feel independent, it takes a village. Everyone has their own set of issues they are dealing with. And the more we acknowledge this fact, the more we can support those around us. Now, I know I'm not the only one who has felt lonely, lost, and completely unique throughout high school. I'll just come out and say, none of us knew what we were doing. And as much as we want to think so, we were not alone, because we were all in the same boat. But this confusion made us grow. At Elyria High School, we learned not only how to understand math, but to understand how to be more understanding. Whether we are going to college, work, or the military, we can all be kind. When times are hard, you look for purpose and justification for the pain. Some people look to religion or a higher power, but either way, you struggle, you think, and you grow. Today, this speech is dedicated to everyone who has had extra challenges throughout their life. May we listen to you, may we support you, may we learn from you. Congrats to the class of 2017. We made it this far, let's not stop now.
Thank you, Virginia. At this time, I'd like to introduce the 2017 senior class officers. President, Melanie Garbash. Vice President, Maya Woodward. Secretary, Tatiana Bohannon. Treasurer, Deja Smith. I would also like to extend my thanks and gratitude to these officers and their senior class advisor, Ms. Deborah Betos. You guys are all amazing and have done a remarkable job this past year. Each year, Elyria High School honors 2 students who have earned the highest and second highest grade point averages in their class. Please step forward to receive your medals as I call your name. Wearing a gold stole as class valedictorian is Virginia Bamer. Wearing a silver stole as class salutatorian is Nathan Hensley. Congratulations to Virginia, Nathan, and their families. Members of the audience and of the senior class, I am asking that you withhold your applause until all diplomas are presented. Please allow every parent and family member to hear the name of their son or daughter as it is called.
Virginia Angelica Bamer.
Nathan Alexander Hensley.
Melanie Ray Garbash.
Maya Ann Woodward.
Tatiana Lachelle Bohannon.
Deja Smith.
Shelby Renee Farley.
Julia Morgan Beckett.
Christina Nicole Burkle.
Jack Thomas Brown.
Nathan David Cruikshank.
Madison Taylor Cruzado.
Megan Ann Fisher.
Mackenzie Ann Foster.
Sarah Elizabeth Hamilton.
Allison Nicole Harper.
Helena Renee Hart.
Elizabeth Rose Hogan.
Alyssa Rochelle Ivy.
Eddie Lewis Jackson.
Alicia Grace James.
Sabrina Catherine Knowlton.
Kelsey Lynn Kojura.
Max Michael Cuney.
Ethan Tyler Lane.
Josephine Lee.
Rachel Ann Malloy.
Jillian Lee Mathis.
Ashley Margaret Mullen.
Zachary Allen Opperman.
Michael Gerard Pandy.
Allison Renee Penneth.
and Geraldine Pramel.
Logan Shane Tansey.
Kevin Abram Bowe.
Sydney Carolyn Betos.
Kayla May Beiser.
Nicholas Jason Banco.
Anthony Joseph Benz.
Karina Nicole Boyko.
Maisie Gwendolyn Breeze.
Desmond Andre Brown.
Taylor Elizabeth Brown.
Jeremiah Andrew Francis Chismadia.
Haley Renee Gansel.
Kiera Alexis Gardner.
Kelsey Grace Genualdi.
Keith James Grove.
Sarah Dawn Hagerman.
De'Ara Nicole Hammonds.
Karina Hillwig.
Serena Jessie Horn.
Alexis Nicole Jordan.
Amy Marie Nemeth.
Samantha Lynn Oswald.
Savannah Rose Popovich.
Karina Lee Louise Primer.
Liana Elizabeth Reed.
Tyler James Schramm.
Taya Nichelle Smith.
Tabitha Corinne Spencer.
Haley Christine Spieth.
Jasmine Alexis Thomas.
Anna Marie Torres.
Danielle Arizona Truxell.
Joel Jalen Belmarovich.
Zachary Allen Western.
Giovanni Lamar Woodruff.
Corinne Sahara Donald.
Kareem Abohana. Alexis Danielle Adams.
Khadijah Adams.
Joanna Jasmine Janae Alston.
Marcus Anthony Ammons.
Alexander Glenn Amos.
Kajan Anderson.
Owen Lee Archer.
Christopher Lamar Atkinson.
Nicolette Jean Bailey.
William Howard Bailey.
Bram Orion Baker.
Nicholas James Bartleball.
Savannah Diane Bass.
Mariah Joy Bates.
Brooke Jordan Bauer.
Damian Michael Bauer.
Deja Shanae Beard.
Brianna Lee Beckett.
Khalil Mohammed Bell II.
Raquel Denise Baez.
Thomas Cole Binkley.
Tremia Monet Blair.
Antonio Isaiah Blanton.
Daniel Blevins.
Mylan Alexander Bodiford.
Destiny Marie Ball.
Kira Shante Borthwick.
Devontae Anthony Bowens.
Tristan Thomas Brady.
Lindsay Marie Broussard.
Jayla Larae Bryan.
Anthony Curtis Brown II.
Katie Danielle Brunn.
Kyron Marquise Bush.
Jenna Nicole Butler.
Chiana Calderon.
Jocelyn Sandra Canella.
Kiesia Renee Capers.
Sean Robert Capri.
Karina Marie Caraballo Negron.
Jacob Martin Carlson.
Nathaniel Corbin Carter II.
Elyria Leonis Castellanos Rodriguez.
Jaquela Janice Cawthorn.
Dorian Travell Chafin.
Kelsey Marie Chamberlain.
Ridge Dupree Chartrand.
Cami Chernitsky.
Alexander Jacob Clark.
James Dean Klotz.
Danielle Kaylin Collins.
Matthew Carver Connolly.
Tamaris M. Cook.
Katie Lynn Corbett.
Nikos Antonio Cotto.
Alyssa Dawn Cross.
Jasmine Alexandra Cruz Espinal.
Jamel Dante Curry.
Parker Joseph Darby.
Darian Kendrick Darden.
Dylan Michael Darquez.
Stephen Michael Deitcher.
Louis Michael J. DePaulis.
Matthew Deuce.
Dylan James Dixon.
Tyler Sean Dooley.
Marquise Charles Dukes Jr.
Tyree Dante Easley.
Eddy.
Xavier Ian Edmonds.
Aaliyah Nichelle Edwards.
Samaria Lisette Edwards.
Samantha Anne Marie Egner.
Carl Allen Ellison.
Gary William Donald Ellison.
Julia Nicole Engel.
Julie Antoinette Esposito.
Caitlin Ray Ivanich.
Erilyn Evans.
Christopher Gage Farrell.
Justice Arlise Bickley.
Cameo James Tyree Thickley.
Kiera Therese Fields.
Miguel David Figueroa.
Harry Figueroa III.
Morgan Anne Marie Flores.
Emily Claire Flynn.
Jessa Flynn.
Austin Lee Fralick.
Seth Bruce France.
Geraldine Denise Gaddy.
Manny Michael Garcia.
Emma K. Gardner.
Kayla Janae Gardner.
Benicia Catherine Gay.
Haley Alyssa Gearhart.
Alize Maria Galinas Ross.
Omar Ezel George.
Bo Patrick Gibson.
Sarah Marie Gillis.
Danielle Renee Gillespie.
Monica Diane Lindsay.
Jalen Lee Glover.
Amanda Andrea Gonzalez.
Hannah Taylor Goodman.
Zephaniah Brady.
Davon James Grant.
Essence Kayliana Griffin. William Jeffrey Griffin.
Kyle Anthony Brew Jessic.
Khalil Dwight David Hale.
Jacob Anthony Holler.
Jaden Michael Hanchar.
Rebecca May Hartley.
Javon Jamal Hardy.
Samantha Louise Hockey.
Akira Murray Helton.
Mitchell Henderson.
Justin Gregory Hirsch.
Derek Josiah Heston.
Jeffrey Allen Holshler Weiland Jr.
Rachel Diane Holliday.
Don Allen Honey Jr.
Rudy Horner Jr.
Keisha Taylor Hudson.
Rashad Kayshawn Hunt.
Christopher Sidney Hunter.
Jacob Raymond Hurst.
Deja Mariah Inge.
Christopher Xavier Jackson.
Isabella Nicole Jackson.
Griffin Allen Johnson.
Jada May Johnson.
Kamaya Johnson.
Sabrina Marie Johnson.
Arshayla Jones.
Ryan Douglas Kazubinski.
Alexander Edward Kessler.
Morgan Lynn Kilgore.
Cameron Michael King.
Jeffrey Brian Kirby II.
Ian Willis Knowlton.
Bailey McKenzie Polizar.
Megan Sky Kovacs.
Jasmine Nicole Kozich.
John David Curta Jr.
Joshua David Kurtz.
Christian Lee LeBeau.
Anthony Lafferty.
Brandon Thomas Lang.
Tyler Jason Wall.
Alyssa Marie Lawrence.
Nyesha Imani Lee.
Brianna Lahota.
Robert Joseph Leister.
Matthew John Lesher.
Deasia Arlise Lewis.
Kyrish Jakai Little.
Joshua Thomas Lotko.
Michael Wayne Lovejoy II.
Rachel Renee Lowry.
Nicholas James Lubert.
Patrick Allen Lucas.
Savon Trey Lynch.
Baron Lynch.
Scott Thomas McDonald.
Jonathan Michael Mack.
Elizabeth Renee Mahone.
Madeline Gabriella Emily Mayer.
Kalila Nicole Mallory.
Thomas Joseph March.
Ataya Jean Martin.
Alexandria Michelle Massey.
Jacob Douglas McClure.
Brooklyn Michelle McDonald.
Bethany Suzanne McGrady.
Jacob Miles McKissick.
Kyron Sean McLemore Jr.
Megan Ann Nail.
Krista Lynn Murtis.
Sarah Metz.
Benjamin David Miller.
Jesselyn Leah Milton.
Timothy Allen Minnick.
Justin Matthew Mize.
Lily Selena Dejanay Morris Mathis.
Olufela Shawanda Jones Mosley.
Alexis K. Moss.
Malik Brejan Nelson.
Mariah Nicole Nelson.
Kyrie Demar Nelson Lumpkin.
Elijah Jacob Newman.
Anissa Victoria Nieves.
Armani Anastasia Nixon.
Haley Lily Norman.
Jordan Ray Norman.
Michael Richard Novak.
Samaj Tyler O'Sullivan.
Adrian Stefan Oliver.
Michael DeQuan Oliver Jr.
Malia Marie Padilla.
Shayna Kathleen Patrick.
Austin Patton.
Joshua Raymond Heath.
Courtney Chanel Pilson.
Quentin Marquay Taylor Pilson.
Leonie Simone Pope.
Haley Marie Cragen.
Brendan Chad Price.
Annalise Marie Ponte.
Brett Ray Rains.
Jonathan Curtis Randolph.
Joseph Paul Regal.
Jordan James Reed.
Xavier Lorenz Reed.
Cassandra Riddick.
Daviana Lisette Rivera.
Victoria Renee Roberson.
Demonte Justin Robertson.
Kirsten Ann Robinson.
Mariah Alicia Robinson.
Mary Elizabeth Roy.
Bobby Divine Russell.
Taylor Marie Salas.
Sierra Nicole Sanabria.
Jaylene Elizabeth Santana.
Mark Ryan Morales Santo Domingo.
Tyler James Sapp.
Ethan Brady.
Vaughn Lee Sayers McCoy.
Ashley Marie Scott.
Caleb Dante Sears.
Marcello Donovan Senegal.
Cherish Lee Shanklin.
Christian Harrison Shanks.
Alexis Marie Shawver.
Kaylee Sue Sheriff.
Ryan Jacob Schote.
Hunter Luciano Simboli.
Rayana Jashada Simmons.
Maurice DeAndre Sins.
Alana Lynn Schlecko.
David Carl Smalley.
Christopher Nicholas Smedley.
Andrew Ryan Smith.
Anastasia Marjay Smith.
Evan Smith.
Caitlin Marie Smith.
Kaylee Cheyenne Smith.
Samaya R. Michelle Smith.
Brandon Sabaka.
Carnia Janae Solomon.
Zachary Arthur Sperry.
James Samuel Spicer.
Jordan Alyssa Spraggins.
Angelica Marie Spring.
Jacob Henry Stanley.
Tyree Nathaniel Stevens.
Tasia Michelle Sterling.
Akia Tori Stevens.
Tristan Strauss.
William Wade Stroderman.
Hannah Marie Streets.
Laura Ann Streets.
Michael Joseph Strickler.
Victoria Renee Strong.
Brendan Alex Stahl.
Devontae Sullivan.
Tierra Danae Surrey.
Joshua Brian Shabbat.
Malcolm Talarino.
Nancy Rose Tanner.
Dijon Anthony Taylor.
Isaiah Nathaniel Taylor.
Javon Morel Taylor.
Mackenzie Leah Taylor.
Cheyenne Michaela Thacker.
Nashidi Bernardia Thomas.
China Dortasia Thompson.
Deshaun Eugene Thompson.
Fabian Milan Todd.
Noah Jacob Tolson.
Alina Doris Torres.
Victor Manuel Torres Baez.
Anna Twilight Toten.
Michael Allen Toy.
Taylor Renee Tran.
Jacob William Travers.
Madison Grace Triplett.
Jaquan Lee Turner.
Jacadian Allen Turton.
Pamela Gale Vance.
Brandon Scott Van Pelt.
Justin Daniel Wade.
Tyler William Walker.
Anaya Janelle Washington.
Ashley Lynn Watson.
Fred Eugene Weimer IV.
Colleen Elizabeth Wheeler.
Samuel David Wepley.
Jaden Odell White.
Dallas Tyler Wilson.
Amari Zaire Wilkerson.
Clarence James Williams.
Dante LeVar Williams.
Dantes DeMarcus Williams.
Marlena Lynn Williams.
Michael Caden Williams.
Destiny Willis.
Johnny Terrell Wilson.
Courtney Michelle Wilson.
Jennifer Elizabeth Wiseman.
Dylan Storm Woodings.
Daquan Maurice Woods.
Brett Andrew Warden.
Trevor Van Workman.
Latrell Aaron Worthy.
Lorraine Lynn White.
Pruitt Isaiah Young.
Morgan Brooke Zuckerman.
Tonight, each senior will receive a flower as they pass through the commencement lines. Graduates, after tonight's ceremony, please give that flower to the person who has had the most positive influence on you during the school years. Seniors are reminded to pick up their diploma insert at the TET stand at the northwest end of the stadium following tonight's program. Staff will be in place to distribute diplomas for 30 minutes. The cap, the gown, and the sash are yours to keep. It is a tradition at Elyria High School commencements to ask the senior members of the a cappella choir to sing the traditional benediction. EHS seniors will sing for us one last time, this time as alumni. If we're going to have the graduating class of 2017, please rise. Graduates, please move your tassel to the left side of your cap. Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Jama, faculty, staff, parents, family, and friends, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you the Elyria High School class of 2017. Dismissed.